This is The Truth in a Word, Hebrew for the Soul, with a 10-minute truth. Visit me at www.truthinaword.com and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and grow.
Just the other day, my husband had a thought-provoking question. Knowing that I'm a very amateur linguist, he says, there's a sin and a sin. So is the S or the C silent? Bet you don't know that one. Good question, right? Another good question is, why would any letter be added that has absolutely no purpose and adds no value to a word? That's one that's plagued me since the first grade. Well, this is another difference between modern languages and ancient Hebrew. Every letter in an ancient Hebrew phrase serves a purpose. Unlike in modern Hebrew and English, there are no silent letters randomly placed to differentiate words or, whatever silent letters are supposed to do. So let's first remember that the name of an ancient Hebrew letter tells us what sound that letter makes. The ancient L and the more modern Aleph both begin with the eh sound. So why is it equated to the English A and not the English E? Well, what sound are we really making when we pronounce A? First, think about all the different sounds that the A makes. There's A as an ailment, A as an apple, A as an ape, and the A and sounds as in acapella. Ailment makes the S sound, which is identical to L and Eleph. There are no ancient Hebrew equivalents for A as an apple. An ape is a derivative of Aleph. That is, the A sound in ape is a glide that is created by combining two Hebrew vowels to create the long A sound. And clearly, a cappella actually makes the short O and the short U sound, for which the ancient Hebrew has its own equivalents. So let's go ahead and declutter. We'll get rid of everything that has nothing to do with Aleph. There. These are the sounds related to the Aleph. Depending on your accent, you may say A or A. I want you to take a moment, pause the video, and slowly pick apart the pronunciation of the letter A by pronouncing it slowly while paying attention to what your tongue and your mouth are doing. This A or A is actually a glide. It goes from the short E followed by the Y sound, and sometimes, depending on your accent, by a long E sound. Combined, these sounds make our English A. So that's at least two different sounds that are forced together, and that absolute first sound, eh, is the equivalent of the ancient Hebrew L sound. Then there were two. Ancient Hebrew vowels make a single sound that is also its own syllable. In the case of the Aleph, that sound is eh. If we add the Hebrew letter that makes the ya or the E sound, which is the yud, to the Aleph, we can get the long A sound. A. A. But in this and the next 21 videos, we'll focus on a single letter at a time. And the yud shall have its day, but today is not it. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's recap what we've learned and learn about some additional features of this letter. The name of the letter is L in ancient times. In modern times, we call it Aleph. The sound that it makes is eh, and its ancient pictograph was a picture of an ox's head, which represented energy. The function of this letter is to energize, which is to give power to. We write the modern letter like this. Now, ancient Hebrew is based on a collection of about 400 two-letter combinations that make up the foundation of the entire language. In each video, we'll do a quick review of each of these combinations, where the letter of focus is the first letter in the combination. For Aleph, we get the meanings and interpretations of about 18 of the roughly 400 base words. I encourage you to pause the video after each word is explained to reflect on that information. Ask yourself, why is this letter combination interpreted in this way? The first combination is Aleph Bet, meaning energy of the covering. Interestingly, the covering here can be a number of things. For example, the energy of the covering that is the family is the father. The energy of the covering that is the house is a tent pole. The energy of the covering that is the body is fruit and green grain. The energy of the covering that is wine skin. And the energy of the covering that is one's own self is hope, desire, attacks, and hostility. That is, the energy, the thing that energizes the family is the father. The thing that energizes the house is the tent, and in nomadic times was the tent pole. And the energy that energizes the body is fruit, grain. The energy that energizes the wine is the wineskin. And the energy that energizes each and every one of us are our hopes, our desires, attacks against us, and hostility. The second one is Aleph Dalet, energy moving freely. That is smoke, mist, very, charcoal, calamity. Aleph Hey, energy manifested, is sound, belonging, yearning. Energy secured, which is Aleph Wow, is want, desired, cover, to point at a desire, to cry out in desire. Aleph Zion is energy resource, which is time. Aleph Het is energy that restricts, protect, brother, sister, hearth or firewall, marshland, brotherhood. Energy that cradles is Aleph Tet, and it is gentle, soft, coral. Aleph Yud is energy caused or done, which means where. Aleph Kof is energy toward the physical, which is how. And Aleph Lamet is energy that guides, which is God, yoke, to, oath, strength, take upon, oak, rump. We also have Aleph Mem, energy of fluid. That is things that bind itself, glue, the mother, the forearm, the tribe, and the truth. Aleph Nun, the energy source, is translated as wherever, I, you, we, produce or productivity, fig, occasion, vigor, complain, and without. Aleph Pe, the energy's end, is translated as the nostrils, where the energy of life and death, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide, enters and exits the body. It's also translated as bait and anger. Aleph Sadi, energy's path, pushes, compels, and narrows. Aleph Kof, energy snatched up, is the wild goat. Aleph Resh, energy of the mind, are things that order itself, a collection, a stall, flight, and dens. Aleph Shin, energy from pressing or pressure. It's fire, foundation, despair, pillar, woman, and man. Last but not least, Aleph Tau, energy's sign, which is evidence of energy. The plow, arrive, the mark, and an agreement are all evidence of energy. That's it, easy peasy. One video at a time, you'll learn each letter and its meaning.
Visit me at www.truthinaword.com and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and grow.